Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all the top 2 stocks that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for today. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of last night's video, right after the intro. All right, y'all. Right off the bat, the SPY right now is not doing too bad. It's not doing too bad. I thought it could actually drop all the way down over here towards 38.60 before bouncing. It's kind of like, but it did bounce earlier. Could it bounce there later on during the day? Again, just keep that in mind. A pullback is possible to really retest that level before we see another bounce. It didn't get there overnight, which is kind of a bummer, but it could get there in the middle of the day. So do not freak out and do not be surprised either if it does happen. All right. So just keep this one again. Be very careful out there. Day trading is preferred. Swing trading is a little iffy, but right now day trading is preferred during these times of uncertainty. Well, it's just going like this and it's not really doing anything. All right. Now, the top 2 stocks that all of y'all should be keeping on your watch list. The very first one is AMC. All right. And the reason why I want to talk about AMC is because it's still not tanking. All right. Keep in mind, short sellers are continuously shorting this thing since the highs over here. They're continuously doing it. And this thing is just holding that level. It's being very robust right now. And also, if you look on the 5, you can see that something very interesting is happening over here. All right. There's a bullish pennant ready to run. Keep that in your watch list for a potential long, right? Not just because of this. This causes a lot of fear in the hearts of the short sellers. If it start running, everybody who is holding short may want to cover up to take their money off the table. All right. So keep that one also for a long. Let's see here. Where could it go? I think it could go all the way up to the previous highs. Again, if everything plays out well, we can see this thing go all the way up to $10 within the next 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually could get there today. I would not be surprised. If not, then if it can just hold this level and slowly trickle up over time, then we may see a massive push. But right now, the setup is looking pretty neat, and I want to share that with y'all as the top 2 stocks for today. All right. Now, the other stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list, that one is it's actually looking nice. It's Knox. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but I told y'all that it had earnings, and I do not like holding anything through earnings. Y'all know how I feel about it. I hate it. I don't like it. But right now, earnings has passed. Now we can see that the stock has survived. It survived earnings. It didn't tank over here. And at the same time, it didn't fly to the moon either and open up at 58. It stayed around that same level. All right. And honestly, I don't think those contracts that were bought, that was purchased up here, went anywhere. I don't think so. I think these contracts are still cheap. So keep this one on your watch list. It did relatively well. I see right here, their EPS beat the estimates, which is a good sign. All right. So watch Knox for a move up to around $52, just like I said in yesterday's video. All right. Keep this one on your watch list. It's been beaten down for a while, just like our other stock, Palantir, has been beaten down for a while. These prices are very good prices to scoop this one at, especially after it just beat earnings. All right. Now, yeah. So these are the top 2 stocks that all of you should be keeping in your watch list. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Somebody asked about Rocket Mortgage. We're gonna talk about Rocket Mortgage because Rocket Mortgage is doing some things right now. It's currently crushing its that previous neckline that held as resistance right when we were trying to trade this reverse head and shoulders, broke not only once but also broke twice. I think this one is really good. Worst case scenario, it actually might drop to retest 24. Again, worst case scenario, do not be surprised if it happens. Do not be surprised to see this thing drop all the way back down towards 24.50 at least before consolidating and going back up again. I'm bullish on the stock long term, not only because it beat earnings. All right, it beat earnings and it held that level, and right now it's currently running. Let's look at it on the daily. The daily is not looking bad at all. It's really not looking that bad. All right. So for all of you long-term investors who have been dollar cost averaging in these prices, congratulations, because all of you are in a very good position at the moment. So again, keep this one on your watch list for a potential long, and also beware of the drops to retest the previous levels of support. Now the next one that we'll be covering in this video, somebody asked me to do a recap on CCIV, and CCIV is not going anywhere. Again, y'all keep asking me to do these recaps. I told y'all before, and I'm not changing my mind until we get out of here. This right here is the accumulation zone for the people who are long-term investors only. If you're a long-term investor and you believe in the company, if you believe that it has a bright future, and you think that it's gonna go to 80 bucks within the next like 2 to 3 years, these prices right here, after it tanked by nearly 60%, is where you want to be dollar cost and averaging. And again, for all of you who are long-term investors and fans of this company, all right, that's my very honest opinion for that one. Where is it gonna go in the short term? Honestly, I don't have any high expectations apart from this boring consolidation over here. All right, now the next one that we will be discussing in this video, somebody has been asking about pizza. I think it's Papa John's Pizza. I think so. Let's see. PZZA. Yeah, PZZA. And this one is Papa John's Pizza. Okay. So in regards to this stock, I actually like it. I like it a lot. If you look at it on the monthly, this thing is a growth stock. It is a growth stock. Every time it dips, long-term investors love to buy it, right? Especially like in these times when there was this reverse head and shoulders and all of them accumulated in August, right? Perfect entry for the long over here. And right now, when we look at it from the daily, there is a morning star on here. It didn't do too hot during earnings, like it tanked, but as of right now, it's actually looking pretty good for a bounce, because long-term investors are just not gonna let this stock tank. Every time it dips, they just keep buying up the lows. They just keep buying up the lows, all right? And this is a good price for all of you long-term investors out there. And also there's a giant gap to be filled over here, which eventually is gonna get filled. Like it might just go consolidate in this region before slowly going back up. How long is it gonna take? I would say within the next 2 months, it might go up to 101 and maybe even higher and continue on that growth. All right, but the stock is actually very robust, and I wouldn't advise anybody to short it at these prices right there. I wouldn't advise that. So for those of you who are interested in Pizza Hut, there you go. The next one that we'll be talking about in this video, let's take a look at Target. And Target right now, Target is actually forming a flag. All right, it formed a flag. I had high hopes for it. I thought it would perform through earnings, but then again, the earnings was in the way. I don't think this is something that we should be worried about. It didn't tank that much. It didn't drop all the way down to 180. It's still holding that price level. So keep this one in your watch list for a long, people. Keep it on your watch list for a long. I think it actually might go. I think it might break that level and actually trickle upwards all the way up to 192 and maybe even beyond that. So I'm not bearish on this one yet, even though the reaction to earnings was terrible. And obviously, y'all know that I did not hold anything. I did not hold any of this through any earnings at all. All right. So just again, keep this one on your watches and be very, very careful out there. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel grow faster and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens, and the post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, which I am trying to make them a little bit earlier, right? I know they've been pretty late lately. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is new to you, if you are interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 through step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks after signing up with Webull using my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I'm gonna see all of you in the next video. Enjoy the outro.